Arsenal versus Chelsea predicted lineup. That is right lads, the FA Cup final is here. A trophy that Arsenal have not won since 2017. And let's just say a form of redemption. Because of course the team we are versing is Chelsea. A team who will be playing Champions League football next year, have the likes of Werner, Ziyech and potentially Havertz. I am going to cry now. Whereas for Arsenal it has been a horrific one I want to forget. We are talking 8th place in the Premier League, out of the Europa League and struggling to get back into the Europa League. So let's just say Arsenal are most certainly underdogs going into this game. And as I've already said, this is a chance for redemption. Because of course last season our season climaxed in the Europa League final up against Chelsea, losing 4-1 with Giroud and Hazard single-handedly embarrassing Arsenal Football Club. And let's just say the tears, the pain, it still hurts to this day. So this FA Cup final not only offers a chance for Arsenal to win trophy, but it is also a time for some sweet revenge. So with that being said guys, let's get into today's videos and let's discuss Arsenal versus Chelsea, the FA Cup final, and most importantly, my predicted lineups. Let's be talking. The Arsenal players, listen up very closely. Last year you had an opportunity to get us into the Champions League and you let us down. Not only that lads, but you were embarrassed by Chelsea and Baku. It still hurts, I want to cry, I don't want to think about it anymore. But life has given you a chance for a bit of redemption, so do not, and I mean do not let me down, because I am taking this very seriously. Yo, what is on guys, my name is Personal Team, welcome back to my channel. In today's video lads, we are back again to discuss the Arsenal as we go up against Chelsea Football Club in the FA Cup final, baby. That is right lads, the record holders aka Arsenal Football Club versus Chelsea again in a final like last year in Baku. But this time lads, I want a different result, because of course last year, as I've said so many times in the video, we got embarrassed and I just want to cry every time I think about it. But the circle of life has given us an opportunity for a bit of sweet redemption, baby. But with that being said guys, before we get into the video, so make sure to go down there and smash a like and also do subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, your predictions, your pretty much thoughts, and also how do you believe Arsenal should line up going into the FA Cup final. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, also make sure to follow all my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and also subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. The links are in the description below. But with that being said guys, let's get into this and let's discuss Arsenal versus Chelsea, the FA Cup final. Your boy is hyped, he's pumped up and ready for redemption lads. Let's be giving you my predicted lineup. Starting off in goal lads, we have man like Emiliano Martinez. I mean, who else was it meant to be? Of course Martinez is a goalkeeper having come in from man like Bert Leno, who was injured in that game against Brighton, and let's just say I want to forget about that game against Brighton. It never happened for me, because not only was that the game where Leno got injured, it was also the game the last time we saw Ale Mateo Guendouzi. I really hate Brighton. But on to more positive things, Emiliano Martinez, what a goalkeeper this guy's been since coming in, because not only has he not let us down a single, and I mean a single time, you can go as far as saying he has been our stand-up performer since the restart of the entire Premier League. So in this game, make no mistake, Emiliano is going with the starts, because first things first, who else we meant to play? Matt Macy, I'm good bro. And second lads, let's just get straight, unlike Chelsea, we don't have goalkeeping issues. Forget about Kepa, forget about Willy Caballero, let's talk Emiliano Martinez, and he's going to start in his FA Cup final. Emiliano, you have not let me down a single time, so fingers crossed this is another game where we witness another Emiliano Martinez masterclass. Hermano, you were starting my bro. Moving on to the first centre back, it's going to be Rob Holding. And when I say Rob Holding, I mean Rob Holdini, because yes, Rob Holding has had a bit of a dodgy season, but let's get straight lads, in terms of Rob Holding and the FA Cup, we have a sweet bit of history, because the last FA Cup final Rob Holding played against, he locked down men like Diego Costa, and alongside man like Per Mertesacker, he got us the victory and our 13th FA Cup. And it's time for number 14 baby, because in this game I want the exact same Rob Holding, the S-housery, the class defending, and most importantly the big game defender that we know Rob Holding is capable of doing. Because for me this can be a make or break game for man like Rob Holding's Arsenal career, because as I've already said, he has had a pretty dodgy season, and so with this being the FA Cup final, Rob, if you can deliver number 14, let's just get it straight, Rob Holdini is back, and he's back in full effect. Moving on to the next centre back, it's gonna be David Luiz. Oh boy, the circle of life, because in this exact fixture last year in the Europa League final, David Luiz was lining up against Arsenal. But this time lads, but let's just get it straight, life comes at you fast, because now David Luiz is a gooner, he's an Arsenal player. And make no mistake lads, this is a massive game for David Luiz, because in his first season in Arsenal, he's had a very dodgy and weird season. In certain parts, he looks like prime Cannavaro, but in other games this guy turns into a prime clown. And so in this game I honestly don't know what W's we're gonna get. Are we gonna get the Luigi of the Liverpool game, the Man City game, a solid centre back putting his body in the line and make sure Arsenal get the victory, or are we gonna see the David who was clowned about so many times and given away a record 5 penalties in his first season at Arsenal? I honestly don't know, but let me get it straight. David, last year we saw a former Arsenal player injured embarrass us, and let's just get straight. I want a bittersweet revenge. I am desperate, David. So if you're the start, I want you to go out there, put your body on the line, be an Arsenal player, channel your inner Per Mertesacker, and if you also want to go smash a head of top bins and do a knee side in front of those Chelsea fans who aren't going to be there. Regardless of David, this is the game, this is the big one, this is the FA Cup final. So David, it is over to you. Let me down and we are going to have massive issues. Moving on to the third and final centre back is going to be Kieran Tierney, the one centre back who your boy can actually trust. Because since Tierney's come into the Arsenal team since the restart of Premier League, this guy has been nothing short of world class. This guy is a solid 10 out of 10 test scores meal deal, because not only has he been great going forwards, but defensively he has also been rock solid. Not only has he passed the Adama Traore test, not only has he passed the Mo Salah test, but he has also passed the Raheem Sterling test in the last game in the semi-final. So let's just get straight. In this game I have nothing but trust on man like Kieran Tierney, and let me just get straight. No matter what happens, I do not want to see Sead Kolasinac start on this game, because this is a game for man like Kieran Tierney. It is the big one. He is used to winning trophies at Celtic, so let's add number 14 to the Arsenal FA Cup. Kieran, it is over to you. Up the Tierney. Moving on to the first wing back, right wing back, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Now lads, this is a bit of a weird one, because of course you have man like Hector Bellerin, but we don't know if he's going to be fit. So because that is all I have at the time of recording, I'm going to have to go with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Well, I don't say that with any regret though, because of course in our last game in the FA Cup, the semi-final up against Man City, this guy played as a left wing back and he had Man City on ropes. And I'll tell you what, since the restart and the games Maitland-Niles has played, this guy has been very good. And there are a lot of Arsenal fans also saying going into next season they want to see this guy as our actual first team right back. And so Ainsley, let's get straight. This is a time to prove yourself as the big one, because this is the FA Cup final. I don't need to make it any more clear to you. Turn up in this game and we will turn up for the rest of the season on a massive party. And also, with Cedric being cup tied, he can't play in this game. So lads, it's over to you in the comments. If Bellerin is fit, do you start Bellerin or Ainsley Maitland-Niles? Lads, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Moving on to the left wing back, lads, it's going to be Bukayo Saka, aka Arsenal's new number 7. And it is absolutely beautiful to see Bukayo Saka come through the Arsenal Academy, come through Hill End, be a local lad from where your boy's from, and the guy is now flourishing as the Arsenal number 7, lads. It is beautiful. I want to cry these tears in my eyes. And this game, make no mistake, with Tierney being the centre back, Saka has started the left wing back. Don't be putting no Sead Kolasinac for business here today. Yes, we saw Ainsley Maitland-Niles play there in the last game, but of course I've got him as my right wing back. And also in terms of Bukayo Saka, this guy is a perfectly capable left wing back, because not only has he got the most assists for Arsenal this season, this guy is a top baller. He's the Arsenal number 7. And of course in the last FA Cup final we were in, it was our number 7, Alexis Sanchez baby, who did the business. So Bukayo, there is no pressure, but let me get it straight. I expect a top performance for you, and it's time to shine. It's time to show why you are the English golden boy. Moving on to the first central midfielder, lads, it's going to be Dani Ceballos. Dani Ceballos. This may just be Dani Ceballos' final game as an Arsenal shirt, because of course right now we don't know. Is he going to sign? Is he going to go? We don't have a clue, lads. So Danny, if this is your last game, yes, I want you to stay, but make this a game to remember. And make no mistake, since the restart of the Premier League, this guy has been nothing short of world class for the Arsenal. Not only is he great defensively, getting the tackles and putting his body on the line, but he's also been great going forward in terms of dribbling, keeping the passes and playing those incisive balls in behind as well. And so in this game, make no mistake, Dani Ceballos has to start. And of course, with Dani Ceballos also being Arsenal's number 8, let's just say that number for Arsenal has a lot of history, beautiful history in the FA Cup final. Because of course, in the last FA Cup final up against Chelsea, it was number 8 Aaron Ramsey who got the late winner to win Arsenal number 13. So with Ceballos getting us to the semi-final with that last minute goal against Sheffield United, let's just get it straight, Danny. If this is your last game in the Arsenal shirt, I would have nothing more for you to go out with a bit of silverware. Danny, it is all over to you. Win this game for us and I will buy you all the Strella and all the paella my credit card can afford. Moving on to his partner in midfield, it's going to be Granit Xhaka. Now this is a tasty midfield partnership, because not only have these guys got us to the semi-finals, they were also integral in this semi-final top up against Manchester City. Because not only did they have man like Kevin De Bruyne on lockdown, they showed exactly what you want to see in an Arsenal midfield partnership. A cohesive unit who get forwards together, who defend together, who put their bodies on the line and make sure Arsenal get through no matter what. And let's just get straight at it. In the last time we played in an FA Cup final up against Chelsea, Xhaka was there in the same formation and he had N'Golo Kante on lockdown. And so already having locked down the likes of De Bruyne and Silva. So it's time to once again do it again, Granit Xhaka. It is time to end a season full of highs and lows and highs. The ultimate remontada story ending with the FA Cup final. Xhaka, it is over to you. End it on a nice one. Moving on to the right wing of the front three, Nicolas Pepe. Hey yo, Nicolas, trust me, in this game we need that presence blood, because this is the final. This is the FA Cup final. It is your first year as an Arsenal player and you're in the final. Of course, it was your assist for Aubameyang who got the first goal in the semi-final, and let's just get straight, we've already seen a glimpse of presence blood FC. And of course, with Chelsea's fullbacks not being the strongest, I think Pepe is going to be very useful and very dangerous in this game. And make no mistake, with Chelsea fans around their miles around like Christian Pulisic, it is time for Pepe to show who the best winger in London really is. Because Nicolas, after all, we paid £72 million for you, it is time for you to shine. Because in the past we've had wingers like Sanchez and even man like Theo Walcott turning these games. So Nicolas Pepe, make no mistake, this is a game where I want to see Presence Blood FC in full effect times 100. Because if you turn up on this game, let's just get it straight, your first season an Arsenal player, the flop Nicolas Pepe will have a 14th FA Cup to shut up the haters with. Moving on to the striker, lads, is going to be Alexandre Lacazette. Hey yo, Lacazette, what can I say? It has been a season of highs and lows and highs and lows and highs again. From banging a goal against Tottenham top bins to missing sitter after sitter and going a year without a away goal. Make no mistake, this has been a very weird season for Alexandre Lacazette, because yes, I love man like Edin Nketiah, but this is the big one, and Alexandre Lacazette is the player for the big games. Because say what you want about Alexandre Lacazette, but in the big games against the big teams, this guy always turns up and always gets goals. And so Alexandre Lacazette, it's time to do it once again, because last year in Baku we were in the final and you were there and you witnessed the embarrassment as we saw man like Olivier Giroud, the lamppost, embarrass us, Arsenal Football Club. So Alexandre Lacazette, it's time to show Didier Deschamps, the French manager, who the best French striker actually is. Laca, it's over to you. You are the big game player. This is the make or break game. You have not won a single trophy at Arsenal, but it's time to make it 14 FA Cups and get your first silver as an Arsenal player. Laca, I believe in you. Please, please, please don't let me down. None of that whole twerking business, lads. I want prime Lacazette, ice cold in his veins, a top bin shot, and I will love you for the rest of my life. Moving on to the final player, the left winger, is going to be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I said Obama who? I said Obama what? I said Aubameyang, this is a game for you to turn up. Because not only are you the Arsenal captain, you are the Arsenal goal scorer. And let's just get straight, lads, 22 goals with no creative midfielder. Let's give this guy a bit of respect. And of course, it was his 2 goals in the FA Cup semi-final up against City, which got us to the final itself. Well, Obama, make no mistake, as much as I love you as a player and for that moment, this is the big one. This is the FA Cup final. And if we don't get the win today, that will basically be forgotten like it never happened. We got to a final last year and you were there in the final in Baku, and we were embarrassed by Giroud, by Hazard. We were laughed at and we were still laughed at to this day for that moment. So I don't want to see no more photos of you walking past the trophies head down. I want to see that smile, those beautiful teeth in full effect. And that is only going to happen if you get the goals and turn up in the biggest game of the FA Cup final. Because as an Arsenal fan who's seen Arsenal win the FA Cup 4 times already, and all those games we've had our forwards like Sanchez, Walcott, and even players like Giroud turn up in those games. So Aubameyang, it is now over to you. Whose legacy are you going to follow, and are you going to create your own legacy yourself? And of course, this might even be your final game as an Arsenal player. Fingers crossed it's not, but if it is Aubameyang, at least give us number 14, the FA Cup. Give us that and we will love you like nobody else has ever done before. This is a big game. This is the big one. It is a final, baby. Lacazette, Aubameyang, Pepe, the front three. It is time for you to turn up, and it is time for you guys to get Arsenal a bit of sweet, sweet revenge, baby. FA Cup final. We are here. We've arrived. Let's be having ya. But with that being said, guys, I am going to end the video around there. Of course, if you have enjoyed the video, so much go down, smash a like, and also do subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on the game itself, your predictions, and how do you think Arsenal line up going into the final. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, make sure to follow all my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. The links are in the description below. But with that being said, guys, we are going to end it right there. In the video today, lads, we discussed the FA Cup final, Arsenal vs Chelsea, and I gave you my prediction. But lads, I can give you guys whatever you want. It is now over to the players themselves. Are they going to turn up or are they going to hide? Please let me down. Give me some revenge. But lads, I will see you next time in a bit.